Okay, welcome back to another episode of Cooking with Mr. Dan. Today we're going to be making us chicken spinach soup with a twist. But anyway, it's a blustery day here in Florida. I think we're going to get rain tomorrow. It's been pretty windy all day. So without further ado, let's get to it. And broth just to show you guys. Got some cannelloni beans there. I'm gonna take out of the can there and drain them. I got some cooked mushrooms here, some celery, some carrots, some chicken, and the star of the show number 2 is the spinach. So not a hard recipe. This is like a little brainchild I came up with last night, trying to think how am I going to use a lot of that spinach. So without further ado, let's get to it. Okay guys, I say my oil's about ready. So in we go. I'm putting some carrots in there with it. I know I'm going to say it again, but again, I had to use up some spinach, so I came up with this recipe in my head, like I said yesterday. Because not that I forgot I had the spinach, I just had I thought I ordered a smaller package than I did. And I'm supposed to use it by the 20th, so. All right, we'll let this here simmer down a bit and I'll be right back. Okay, my onions and carrots are doing nice. They're happy together. So what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna throw my mushrooms in here. And I made these like fresh this morning, so I'm going to use them today. I like mushrooms. I try to use them in a lot of my stuff, but some people don't. If you don't like mushrooms, don't put them in there. But all I have in these mushrooms is just mushrooms. I didn't put no onion, no anything, no spice. Just sauteed them in a little bit of olive oil. Or I should say butter spray. I used butter spray this morning for that. All right, let me let these heat up and we'll see you in a minute. Okay, next I'm going to put in my, I drained my cannelloni beans. Cannelloni beans, yeah. Or you can use navy beans if you don't like these or you don't have them. I happen to like these white beans. They're, I think they're the kidney beans before they get kidneyized. Yeah, kidneyized just mean they turn them red. Okay, so I'm going to stir that around a little bit. Now, I think, I don't know if I wrote it on the recipe or not. I wrote it out last night while I was thinking of it. Because I'm notorious for thinking things in my head and I don't write them down and then I don't remember. Anyway, so here we have the beans and the celery and the mushrooms and the carrots. They're all having a party in the bowl. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to throw in the spinach. Now the spinach I have is about, I think I goofing around. I didn't know what to put. I was going to use half of what I had, and I had 11 ounce package. So I figured 6 ounces or so of chopped up spinach. I think I got a little more than that, but I still have a nice chunk in that container, so I might be pretty close to what I wrote down. I'm going to just stir this up a little, get it melded in there. This is, I mean, I like spinach, so I guess if you guys didn't like spinach, you wouldn't be watching this here video. So, cheers to everybody. All right, we'll let this here cook for a couple minutes, and then we're going to add in our chicken broth. Okay, so you can see this is not even a minute. Look at how much this spinach has rendered down already. So you think it's a lot, but it ain't. But this is the baby spinach. BTW, my wife informed me the other day she doesn't like the stems on the spinach. I'm like, what? It's baby spinach, man. So I spent about 10-15 minutes just cutting stems off the dang spinach from my lovely bride. So I had to put a little extra effort into it. You don't have to Just chop it up. I did a rough chop on it after that just to make it look nicer in the pot. All right, so we have everything. Now there's another ingredient I gotta put in here, but it's not going till later. I am gonna put some Italian seasoning in here. I'm gonna put about a tablespoon, not even a tablespoon, maybe a little more than a teaspoon. I wanted to use margarine, but I can't find my margarine. I have to put out an APB, missing the margarine. But I figure I use the Italian seasoning because it has margarine in it. So, and I'm gonna turn this into somewhat of an Italian dish, just by what I'm gonna be adding a little bit later. And that's because my wife had mentioned this item. Why don't you make something with that and put that in there? So I don't know. So that was a dual reason why I did this. I'm trying to get my spoon over there. I don't want to spill this. I made a lot of broth here. This here is about just on the north side of 4 cups. So I got a little bit more to go because I want a nice bowl. But again, this is I'm just going to show you. I'm going to get my container of broth from in the back here in a minute. I'm going to add that to this, and I'm going to have about 8 cups of broth. About this balances out the chicken and the spinach. As you can see, it's nice looking so far. So we'll be back momentarily. I wasn't going to do this part, but I have to. I'm going to do this so my wife, she likes things a little spicy. Oh yeah, sure she does. Have her open the dang container. But yeah, what I did, in the back there, I got some, we got some spicy chicken broth from the store, and I shook it up. I'm going to add about half of that because I know it's going to have a little kick to it. So my wife likes it like that. That way I can say, oh, I spiced it up for you. A little bit of a cheat. And then I'm putting some more chicken broth in here. You can add water if you don't have the chicken broth on hand. I just like it because it makes it a little more tasty. So that's about probably 7.5 cups, I guess. We'll see how this looks here in a minute. But anyway, get this up, bring it all up. Oh yeah, look at that, huh? Yep. I'm gonna bring this up to temp and I'll be right back. Okay, we got this up to temp pretty good. So now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna add my chicken in here. And I did also put another cup of chicken broth in here. Okay. Now was actually 2.5 breast. Don't ask me how I arrived at 2.5. It was a lot of chicken, but anyways, about 2.5 breast. I put on the recipe for 3, and I just grossly shredded it. In other words, I didn't do no fine shredding. I just, shredded it up pretty good. But anyhow, so now for my surprise ingredient, because I said we're going to put that Italian seasoning in here. So I'm going to make my own this morning with this because I got my own basil plant, but I've got some pesto here, and we're going to get ready to plop some of that in our mix. So let me stir this around a little bit. Okay, pesto 1 tablespoon. Whoa. I'm going to stir that around and give it a little taste. This is for my wife. She wanted to have a little, she's been asking about this pesto. At first she didn't know she liked it, but ever since she's had it, oh man. What about pesto? What about pesto? Pesto this. Okay, so let me stir this around a little bit. Now you can buy this pesto like I did. Well, she bought it at the store. I was making my own there for the longest while. But then she came across this. She was supposed to get me some basil. But then she got this little jar here, and I don't want to forget about it because I don't want it to go bad. Little taste test here. I'm going to get another spoon and I'm going to add a little bit more pesto in here. Because she'll say, oh, I got a little taste of something. I don't know what it is. Yeah, okay. Whatever you say, little girl. Now, whenever you get pesto like this, or you make your own, make sure that when you get done, you push everything down from the sides, okay? And this one here, I'm going to keep this jar. I like it. It looks like a little cooking vessel. I'll show you guys after we empty it. One day I'll show it to you. It looks like a little pot. Got little handles on each side. I don't know if you can see it, but let me just try to show it to you. See here? It's got a little handle here. It looks like a little pot. So I'm going to use this. I'm going to clean it out real good. And then we're going to use that for our homemade pesto. Most of the pestos nowadays, most of them come from Italy. You'll find the American made one, but it's so easy to get another spoon. I'm gonna tell you, today's my spoon day, huh? Let me give another taste. This is pretty well it right here. I think that's got it. Let me have a little more taste. The only salt and pepper I put in here was at the beginning. So, anyway, I think this is where I want it. If I can get Camera Girl in here to take a taste, then we'll let you know. Be right back. Okay, guys, I'm calling this done. It's been sitting there for a few minutes. Camera Girl's busy, so Mr. Dan's gonna say it's done. Let me bowl some of this up. Boy, this not only does it smell good, it looks good. That's par for the course, right? All right. Leave that in here. Turn this all the way off. Gonna have to can that up. Anyway, let me just show you guys what we got here. Okay, as you can see, Elmo's ready, but he didn't know I had a surprise. I'm going to use some Lucatelli Pecorino Romano grated cheese. Just give that a little dash on top. That's how I'm topping it off. And this here was already grated. It's the real deal. It's Lucatelli grated Pecorino Romano. We're going to have a good bowl of soup. Okay, we'll be back momentarily at the table. Okay, as per usual, Camera Girl's not here, so hope you guys can see me. And here I am. Okay. Boy, I'll tell you, the aroma, what I got going on in this here bowl, or that pot, is over the top. All right, let's give us a little taste. And this is a good way to use up some spinach that you got. You got some chicken. Anyway, here's to you. If I have to say so myself, just come out pretty dang good. And a little bit of pesto I put in there for my wife. Hopefully she'll like it. Hopefully she'll recognize what's in the pot. So if you like the video, give us a thumbs up. Share with your friends. Subscribe if you have not yet. When you do, little notification bell will come down. Hit that. That'll notify each and every time we come up with another video. There's an arrow down right below the video box. You hit that. Drop down box will come down and give you a link to Mr. Dan, Cooking Mr. Dan Facebook page, a link to my daughter's artwork site page, and also a complete list of all the ingredients we did to make this delicious soup. So, until next time, my friends, stay hungry, and when you are, come back and we will give you another delicious dish just like this. This here is Mr. Dan saying stay healthy, stay away from COVID, and we'll see you on the next video.